Now I want to turn to S-scale modeling. This is sponsored by the National Association of S-Gaugers, and we have their video.
Are you looking for something a little different in your model railroading? The National Association of S-Gaugers suggests you take a look at S-scale. An S-scale model is just 36% longer than an HO model, but it's 2.5 times the volume. The larger size translates to increased ease of maintenance, more durable details, and improved electrical and mechanical reliability. S-scale modelers use accurately proportioned wheels and track systems with KD-style couplers. Exceptional S-scale models and layouts are being built in both standard and narrow gauge. Locomotives and rolling stock are available from a number of manufacturers in both ready-to-run and kit form. Equipment is available both new and through an active secondary market. There are numerous manufacturers of track, buildings, vehicles, and details, both ready-to-run and in kit form, available for those who love to build. And many S modelers enjoy kit bashing and scratch building in the larger size S offers. To learn more, visit the website of the National Association of S-Gaugers. Here you will find the history of the scale, information about clubs in your area, see layouts and connect with current manufacturers and online groups, plus much more. In short, the website has everything you'll need to explore model railroading in S-scale today. Come on board and visit soon.
Well, now I want to turn to Jamie Bothwell, who is the host for this segment of the show. Jamie, welcome.
Hi, Jim. How you guys doing?
Good.
Hey, a couple of pieces of S-scale news. I'm sure many of you subscribe to Model Railroader, and you've probably already seen this, but if not, this month's Model Railroader has an S-scale Explore S-scale special. It's got a layout feature for my friend my friend Roger Knowlton, and it's got an article about S-scale today from Brooke Stover, and then there's a scratch building article from a fellow named Paul Washburn. All excellent stuff. The other thing is that another piece of news and information is it's now finalized that our 2025 convention will be held in Norwich, Connecticut from August the 6th until August the 10th. We're planning a trip to the Essex Steam Train and a trolley museum outside of New Haven, as well as a non-rail tour to the Mystic Seaport. So mark your calendars, come on out, see what's available, see what S-scale has to offer. So anyway, what I thought I would talk about today is some kits that I have been working on. I've developed something of a passion for wooden cars, and I've decided that, I like to take these old kits. Now we've got a couple of these. Ye Olde Huff and Puff used to make these, and they're sort of out of the S-scale game, I believe. But there are some of these available on the secondary market. As a matter of fact, I think this one was actually given to me by a friend who said, "I'm never going to build this. Why don't you take it?" So I got that, and here's another one. Same thing. But what I like to do is try and build these wood kits and make them up to a little bit higher standard, try to get them more to today's sort of standards. When they first came out, they were sort of basic, here's a wood box, maybe some ladders and whatever. They didn't necessarily match a specific prototype. So I would try to take these and match them up to a specific prototype. Now, in the S-scale market, we get all excited if we can find decals or dry transfers. CDS Lettering used to make everything they made in S-scale, but now they don't really make anything anymore. But there's still a few of these floating around. So I found this for the Intercolonial Railroad, which is one of my favorite Canadian lines. And so I used this diagram to sort of pattern one of these Ye Olde Huff and Puff kits. And that would be it, right? So there it is. Okay, so it did not have the truss rods. I had to add those. I believe it had ladders, and I had to put in. I'm sorry. So yeah, it had like a ladder. So I changed over to the grab irons. I built this the little door slide to fix that up. So anyway, it's almost ready for the paint shop. I also added the end. The bolts that would be the ends of the truss rods, and then they had the car that I modeled it after. Again, you can see on the decal sheet, it had these corner braces over here. Need another hand here. There's a corner brace down here in the corner, and there's a couple other corner braces up a little above. So I just modeled those with pieces of thicker paper. And so anyway, it's almost ready for the paint shop, and then I can apply those dry transfers and I'll have a nice car. So there's that one. The other one I was looking for a prototype for this one. Whoops, there goes that part. Now I don't have my end sills on either end. So I went looking for a prototype car. Let's see if I can share for a second here. That's the car. Oh, if I go here, share. Okay. I can't see this because it's in the way. There we go. Okay. This fellow named Ian Cranston has this whole thing about Canadian freight cars. So if you ever want to check that out, he's got all kinds of pictures, mostly the Canadian national stuff. If you look down here, he's got a spot for CN, a spot for CP, and then Canadian and private and other. So mostly the pictures are in the Canadian national. That's his real interest, I guess. So if you go there, there's pictures. So I went there and I found this picture of this Canadian National boxcar. And again, if you look at the website, I won't try to track down where that car is exactly, but I'll just pick one here. So it'll tell you all this stuff. You know, it was a reefer and it had this, you know, it was built in this date and it was this long and it had this and this and this. So wherever I found this boxcar, I sized it up to fit. You know, I trimmed the floor and ends and whatever to make them fit. And then it looked like it's got, you can see down here, it's got like a channel for an end sill. So I put the channel on. You can see in the little, all right. So I added the channel and I'm still working on this one. I got to add the doors and whatnot to make that one spruce it up and make it match. I'm actually going to letter it for Moira Valley. Let's see, stop the share here, which is a friend of mine's layout. And that's one of the reasons why I was picking a Canadian car is because a friend of mine up in Canada, his private road is the Moira Valley, and he's the fellow that lives in Marlbank, which is the train station I showed you last year or last month, sorry. And so anyway, that's kind of what I've been working on. So. Now, in addition, I did want to add one thing that I didn't get to say last week. I felt a little rushed. You know, I could feel Jim, you know, trying to feel. I could feel Jim's nervousness about being timely, so I tried to rush through. But when we were up there taking pictures of the train station in Marlbank, the woman, you know, now it's a private residence now, so we didn't want to be too obtrusive. But the woman came out and she started talking to us, and she's like, "Oh yeah, we get people here all the time, come take pictures and blah blah blah." So we're like, "Okay, that, you know, thank you very much." And then she says, "Would you like to come inside?" We're like, "Sure." So she kind of gave us a tour of the downstairs of the place, to like, you know, just sort of, no, obviously it was a house at that point, but you know, you could still see like some of the how they were using it. You know, oh, this was the agent's area, and this was this, and this was that. So it was really quite interesting. So it's one of those, you know, one of the things I love about going out in the field and looking at stuff is the sort of serendipity that you get. You know, you go to a railroad museum to see some train car, and you find out they've got 5 other train cars that you're interested in, and you just didn't know they had them or whatever. You know, it's always just kind of fun. So anyway, that's what I got for this month. So as I said, mark your calendars. August 6th through 10th, come on up to Norwich, Connecticut and hang out with a bunch of S-scalers. It'll be good fun. So,
Are you going to be the chairman of this one?
I'm not exactly the chairman. I guess you'd kind of call me the co-chairman. I don't know. Give me a title. I don't care. Whatever. It doesn't matter. So I was the first person to make a hotel reservation. How about that? So.
Well, listen, do me a favor, write something up and send it to Martin. We'll put it in the newsletter.
Okay, great. I'll do that. Sure. Thank you.
Anybody have any questions for Jamie? Jamie, thanks so much.
Okay, take care.
Okay, thank you guys.